Punched again. We're back. Last episode, I was going crazy trying to find a bed, but we were able to find one. We finally found our little homeless shelter. And our detectiveness has led us to... There's maybe a bandit camp here? There's a bandit sneaking around trying to kill Henry. Not Henry. Ginger. And he's out over here somewhere. So we're gonna try to find him and deal with him. He said he's a clearing out here somewhere. So we're gonna try to deal with him over there. Get on a horse and find out where he's at. There's more to the left here. Okay. He's over here somewhere. We're gonna find him. Is that over there? Oh, it's just a log. He logs. Could be out here somewhere. He's either patrolling over here or he's made camp here somewhere. Oh, see, I've already ran past the area where he could be. But
yeah.
We are the first medieval detective trying to find our culprit who is stalking our witness. And we believe that he's one of the bandits that attacked the town, which could lead us to the man who stole our sword and prevented us from burying our parents. It's gonna be a very interesting search here. Guy said it's no big deal. He's actually probably in the clearing here somewhere. I'm gonna check that out. Now he's probably not in this camp because we were just over there. Ah, there he is, I believe. I don't want my horse getting hurt. Is it you? Yeah, it's you.
Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then. We're looking for Ginger, a stable boy at a nearby stud farm. Have you seen him anywhere?
I was just about to ask you two the same thing. I'm looking for him too.
Then it's a pity neither of us have found him yet.
Thank heavens I've found you though. I imagine you two might be able to tell me something about Neuhoff.
I see. Well, we can give you a little demonstration of what happened there.
Alright, let's do it. I did not know there were two. Oh god. It's Q to block, right? Yeah. That's just got steel, huh? Oh god.
Where can you get banished to? He must be here somewhere.
Ow. Oh, okay. Hold on. Chill. Ah, it's hard to fight two on one, huh? Oh god, I'm trying to switch here. It's a lot more difficult than you think it is. Okay, especially when they one-shot you. Okay. Well, damn. That's way more difficult. Can I have like a sword and a spear? Alright, they're over here somewhere. That's very difficult to fight 2-on-1. I know what I'm supposed to do there when they're both rushing me like that. Kinda screwed, right? I could do that, but then he could kill my horse. I don't want them to kill my horse. I remember they're out here somewhere. Yeah. Where are they? Oh, there's a deer. Deer hunting spot spawned in instantly. They're all in. I'll have to find them again. Alright, I found their camp again. I'm gonna have to try to fight them again in a one-on-one type situation. Eat their food. I believe this is their camp. They should be around here somewhere. Where are they? Last time they were right here. Maybe they're off wandering around. There's two of them. It can't be that far. I gotta try to find them again. Maybe they'll come back to their camp. Okay, so I found them. It's just about midnight now. Here are them two right there. They won't have any armor now. I can sneak up on them. Now this 2v1 is going to be a lot easier. Ooh, I'm not an assassin. I'm not going to just kill them in their sleep. Hey, wake up. Wake up. I gotta talk to you. Don't you get armor on? Oh my gosh, you got armor on. How about that? Huh?
Shit!
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, ow, okay. Alright, chill. Ow, ow. Where's my shield? Seriously, where's my shield? Okay. This is stupid. Stop. My shield? How did I actually unequip my shield?
I'll slaughter you.
Okay. I gotta train more, I think.
Come here.
Is he dodging my... Dude, you have no armor.
Peace.
How are you still alive?
Take that. Got weak at the knees, have you?
Ow. He keeps trying to punch me. I have a sword.
Curse it. You.
Okay, I should have just... This game is really realistic, huh? Super realistic. I'm just gonna charge at him and kill him immediately. This is that's kind of crazy that they are like that, huh? Again, I don't have my shield with me. I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Very difficult. They said I read somewhere where I have to train and learn master strikes. So that's gonna be interesting to do. But immediately when they're like down, that's crazy. Even the guy who had no armor, no weapon, was trying to fight me. That is, dang. And he was winning. I was slashing him with my sword. How many slashes with a sword can a naked guy take? Not much. I don't think. It's gonna be awesome whenever I get like full armor and decked out and everything, but dang, this game is very challenging, but fun. Like a challenge, like a fun challenge to it. Not like the last episode where the game was forcing me to be tired and I couldn't find a bed and was not allowing me to sleep anywhere. That stuff isn't fun. There's their camp again. There's both of them, full in armor this time. I'm gonna wait again to nighttime. That way they are both naked. Sneak up on them. I said I wasn't a coward. I said I'd do things honorably, but screw that. How about that? Huh?
Dear God.
These guys have no honor anyway. Give me your apples. Oh. Armor's kit. Cool. Then I eat their stuff. Eat more apples. Where'd my horse go? Oh, there it is. Screw that honor stuff, man. These guys attacked the village.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back to Bernard. I heard I have to learn these things called master strikes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out what those are. Train with Bernard. These guys were full armor. Very scary. Oh, oh, horse, come on. Stuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, master strikes is what I'm gonna have to learn. Heard those are really good. I also saw that I think I can level up my sword, yeah. Certain what that is. Percent greater agility when outnumbered. I need that. Perfect block. Wake up.
Huh? No. Clear off. Let me sleep. Huh? Huh? No. Clear off. Let me sleep.
Okay. I guess I'll just wait until the morning. They're just gonna be tired again.
Huh?
It's time to get to work, dude. Come on.
Huh?
Work, gentlemen. Well, you don't work until 7 or something?
Jesus Christ be praised.
You don't have to worry about those bandits anymore. I've dealt with them.
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Uzits until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help.
Easily miss it?
Take care now.
Dang. Alright, let's go. Oh. I'll fall asleep again. Let's see if I can fall asleep in
Damn, I'm tired.
one of their beds. Maybe they won't be that mad. 10 hours of sleep. Alright, cool. I definitely can't win that tourney. Okay. So, find Ginger. He's at A. Okay.
Yeah.
Just keep going up here.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Good, easier way. Shortcut way. I find Ginger. Hopefully I don't have to find any more of those bandits. I gotta find them before the bandits do. There he is. Bandits find him. We'll lose our lead. Ginger. Hey, there you are.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
Yeah, he did.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
Why did you run?
Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
Well, tell me
And
everything
now
that
tell
happened
me
then.
exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Yeah, I want to hear the whole
Don't
thing.
get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yes. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. He ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ujits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do.
All right.
That's all. Why did you kill that bandit?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
I've heard
Okay.
everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Yeah, just go there.
try,
It's not my
and you'll see whether they drive you away or not.
really not my
If you
business.
explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Like this whole thing kind of led us nowhere, you know? We just found out that the guy ran away. That's it. And now... fast travel and hope that we don't get killed. Travel there. Come across a pilgrim on the road who's clearly counted talking about. He doesn't look dangerous, but God knows what he's after. I'll talk to him. Pilgrim, right? Hello.
Excuse
Oh, you're a
my
trader?
respects to you.
I can sell you some stuff.
Where are you going?
To Ushitz. I have to see the bailiff.
Um,
I'm a little lost myself, actually. Give me a moment to look around and figure out where we are.
Thanks. May the Lord watch over you.
and the Ujits? Ujits. I have no idea where Ujits is. Not north.
Where are you going?
To Ushitz.
East past the inn. I don't know.
Sorry, I really don't know.
Oh well, I'll ask someone else then. May the Lord watch over you.
You don't want to trade? Okay. Well, I'm almost there at the town, so
Yeah.
let's head up there. It's raining. Hey Bernard, I totally went off and did my own thing, even though you told me not to. Hey Radzig.
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone.
Well, they didn't tell me to tell you. Plus,
Plus,
I couldn't find you.
Killed.
I
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it.
I mean, I did find it weird that I was just
back to the castle and be shut of you.
running
But it's
around.
true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape. So I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks. Because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. Now, let's
The
see.
game didn't tell me to tell you. Can you give me some training?
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
Oh,
Well,
how about another time then?
I'll think it over. I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzig will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Well, okay. No, I'll do.
I'd like to
Beginner.
improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Yeah, sure.
Now, pay close attention.
Oh, you just gave me a level. That's cool. What level am I? Am I level 5? Yeah, I'm level 5. You train me in advanced then?
My respects to you.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
I'm level 5. Oh, I guess it has to be swordsman
Well,
level 5?
I'll think it over.
Take care now.
Okay.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Brief.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life. And for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujit, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Auschwitz then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hanged. Then bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir.
Alright.
Why choose Merhoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it. Farewell.
Okay, so now I head off to the north. Ujits. I guess I can go to Talmberg. Head out over there. Maybe do some quests. Quests there. If I do this, I can just get on the road this way and just go north. Alright, we'll keep doing the main quest. For now. I'll make my way over there. And I'll see you guys there. Alright, well we made it to Ujits. It's pretty cool. Nice church over there. Gonna go straight down and start asking people if there's a guy with a limp. Nothing really go on besides that. I think everybody's indoors due to the rain. Go see if the butcher or the cow person, the butcher, yeah. See if the butcher is in here. Oh, it must be gross.
Mother of God, you look like you've been assaulted.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
That'll be Lubosh, gallows bait if ever I saw one. His place is at the end of the village next to the stream. Take him and welcome.
Oh, but it's that easy.
Take care.
I think I can sell some hair meat. How much hair meat do I have? Lubosh, huh?
Yeah.
The city's by the stream.
Yeah.
Stuck on the... okay. Whole town is uphill. Let's have good calf muscles here. Ooh. Something going on over here.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Plot thickens. Murder mystery. Oh, jeez.
Sakra. Nothing's ever easy.
I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Full-on detective now.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know.
The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk, so you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now, and nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sahanish of Lipo. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask away.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The only thing seemed suspicious was how a rogue like him suddenly started going to church. Now I see why, of course.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
He was always a loner. Except lately he started talking to the parish priest of all people.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
What do I care about that scoundrel? I was glad he stayed out of my way.
That's all. Thank you.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Now we talk to the priest. What's this priest? He's our only lead right now. It's that priest. Actually, hold on. Let's go look at the body.
What's this? Looks like someone's hit him very hard on the head. Could they have bludgeoned
him down
to
to his
death
nuts.
and then gutted him? That would explain why he didn't scream. Lord above, they did a hell of a job on him. Must have been agony. How come no one heard anything? An inscription in blood. It's a pity I don't know how to read. Looks like they wanted to give someone a warning. But who?
He doesn't know how to
And
read.
a bandit who knows how to write isn't something you see every day. Armour? Well, it seems Lubosh wasn't your everyday crofter. And judging by the bloodstains, it looks like he lived the way he died.
Alright, you guys all want to look at it then? Who are you?
God be with you. What can I do for you? May the Lord watch
Okay,
over
I thought
you.
you might have known him. Can I wear that armor? It's not that good, is it? Alright, let's go to the priest.
Yeah.
He's been talking to the priest for some reason.
Yeah.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son, and one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
Beat him? No.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
God be with you.
Tavern in the evening, okay. Dang, priest. You gotta help brother out. Who are you?
Good day to you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but ask all you want.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you.
All right.
Good luck to you.
What's the hold up there?
Well, I guess I'll just wait here at noon. Is there a way I can sleep here or something, though? Private area. I'm gonna get arrested. Oh, hey.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Okay.
Sod this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
From Skalitz.
From Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of a church in Rovno. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But, first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits is in Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. And, of course, describing them in detail. The tongue-lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, with a nice moral to them, are popular as well. Especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about
that's
Mother Church.
Hussite.
The lamentable wealth in which
What's the Hussites?
church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated.
Oh, this guy's a
Just like a
Hussite.
flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of
That's
gold
proto
and
like
silver.
Reformation right there.
They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive fur. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Okay.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
I don't know how to read.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
It'll start a war.
If they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticizes the Pope for debauchery?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Well, tell me
Thanks for the
about
sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Sure.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I gained a level of drinking. That's hilarious. Partying with the priest.
To neustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panu desej smutek, do mnie loi rano utek, niech już małżeński majsat, do wczera żylne staje prak, už sej moji svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě.
If I get him drunk enough, I think he'll confess.
Enough of this! Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
Oh, come on. You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Alright, I'll fight the bailiff.
Come on, man.
Oh, ow, oh. Oh, ow. Getting ganged up on here. Godwin's concubine.
And Henry too, I'm sure. Right, Henry.
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
Say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dear. Careful, you don't hurt yourself. Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Oh.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
Oh boy.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Oh, okay. All right. Just like that. Well, I guess I'm not really in a relationship with what's-her-face, but was that a goat? Hey, what is happening? Oh my gosh, we are wasted. He's wasted, okay. Well, I earned his trust.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Ew. Been there.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
I was supposed to preach.
Where the fuck am I? What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
You just break confessional just by doing that. Just by saving him. Oh boy, this guy is a disaster.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Alright.
Well, alright. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Okay. Oh boy. All right. Let's eat.
What's the matter with you?
Hey, go, go, go. Other Godwin's freaking crazy.
I thought he'd never show up. The swill pole.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you
Look at him. Mother of God, any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris, et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hac facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters,
He's like, I don't
you
remember
may
you.
have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Now I'm curious which one of them will puke first.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's do confidently.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
Big dissolute priest.
Just as
let's
we
see.
are commanded to obey the priests in matters of virtue, so are we commanded to defy them face to face if they live contrary to God's commandments.
Hear that, Godwin?
Honestly?
It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, humans, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Drunkenness?
It is the custom of the gluttonous prelates and monks to preach against sin. But what do they know of us ordinary folk? Let us remember the marriage at Cana, where our Lord Jesus Christ himself feasted with the other guests and drank his fill. and when the wine was gone, he performed a miracle and created more. He, whose companions were poor travellers, simple folk, prostitutes and troublemakers, performed a miracle so the feast could continue.
Now that's the kind of sermon I like to hear.
No, brothers and sisters. Jesus did not condemn alcohol. Drink to lighten the cross you bear in this vale of tears, but not with such abandon that you cannot keep holy the Sabbath. For there should be moderation in all things, and it is not drinking itself that is sinful, but intemperance and beastly indulgence.
He's right.
What I just... Marcin.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about, and whose absolution they promise if you only pay enough coin to Mother Church. What if the devil himself were to pay? Will the bishops tell us he too would ascend to heaven? And what about those bishops? They sin without remorse, and with the money grasped from the poor for indulgences, they keep fine horses and hordes of servants to pamper them. They play dice and garb their mistresses in expensive furs, while Christ, the Lamb of God, walked barefoot and had nowhere to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too.
Down with the prelates. Away with them.
We're fortunate to have our good father Godwin. At least he's a fair and simple man.
Yeah, still forgot one.
God sees what is happening on earth, and he is filled with righteous wrath that those who should seek the salvation of souls instead seek mammon and the idle comfort of lucrative posts. Blessed are the shepherds who share the poverty of their flock, who are as one with you and bear with you the burden of this earthly pilgrimage, who do not condemn your venial sins.
Aye, all honour to Godwin. Let him drink like one of us.
That is all I heard in Prague. Amen.
Nice. That was pretty nuts. Everyone's pretty hyped about that.
The lad spoke well, considering what a soak he is.
He's right, that was.
The young man shouldn't drink so much, but the Lord's given him a
I'm
silver
glad he
tongue.
came here. I don't suppose I'll ever get to Prague, and he told it nicely.
Well, well, my boy, you have talent, and I can't deny it. And you pulled a thorn from my side. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, I noticed. I wasn't the only one.
Oh, what's to be done? I'll make it up somehow.
So, about our bargain.
Although it's a sin.
So's gluttony. And fornication.
God does forgive a penitent.
So, what did Limpy Lubosh tell you? Was he at Neuhof that day? Who was with him? And where are they now?
Now, slow down. I'm sorry, but he didn't tell me that much.
Don't let me down after all I've been through. For you...
Well, now Lubosh came to me shortly after it happened. His conscience was gnawing at him. And I must say, in the end, he turned out to be a better man than he looked. He said they'd been hired through some crony of theirs. And at first they were just to steal some horses. But then it all turned sour and people started getting killed. And neither he nor his cronies wanted anything to do with that. So they fell out from the gang and fled.
Fell out? Yeah, there was a body found in the woods by Neuhof.
That would explain something. Lubosh kept jabbering that he wasn't a murderer, that he didn't want to do it.
So I know that Lubosh killed the murderer and he's dead too. The trouble is, I need to find the ones who are still alive. I need names and places. Did he mention any of the others?
Only nicknames. Talked about some fella called Riki from Ledechko, Pius, Timmy.
Pius. That lot are about as pious as I am ordained.
Nonsense. You would make an excellent priest. And anyhow, with your skills, you ought to be able to sniff out this Riki from Ledechko, right?
Well, we'll have to now. There's not much else to go on. Let's hope he's not hanging from the wall too.
Indeed. And I'd hate to be excommunicated for nothing. Anyhow, good luck. You watch out for yourself. These people clearly mean business. And I'd like to raise a tankard with you again sometime.
Yeah, I'll try. Although I'm not sure I'd survive another night of your debauchery.
And if anyone should ask, you heard nothing from me. I'll deny everything.
I don't doubt it.
Party animal. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end that episode there. I'm gonna go try and figure out how to how to find this guy. There's another guy that we have to go and take out. All the way down south here, Riki. So we'll have to go go back to Rattay, I think. Fast travel there. Maybe there'll be a maybe there'll be a quest here, I don't know. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Peace.